to be on this side of the microphone. I was an advocate for the people, and a lot of it was fiscal responsibility of the city, a lot of spending issues, and this is what a question I have for you. I thought of Ward 5 as being Sleepy Hollow. Not a lot of stuff happened here, a lot of homes, and we're all facing a 24% property tax increase, which is going to be hurting a lot of our neighbors here. How are you going to pay for all this stuff that you guys want to do? Is it going to be coming from the Sleepy Hollow people here? This is a lot of what we're having problems with affordability is overtaxing and taxation. And this is what I was wanting to know. How are you going to bring our property taxes down? How are you going to make things sustainable for people to afford to live here? Thanks. Want to take that one?
A lot of the ideas up here are lofty. I think through partnership with some private, public, and nonprofit entities, some of the burden of cost could be shouldered in that way. I also think through knowing where the City of Lakewood's budget stands and what it can withstand, then we know where we can be in it. I don't have that information right now, I don't have those numbers, but I want them because I think that we need to know what can we afford within the parameters of what we're talking about funding, which is kind of a moving target depending on what that topic is. And then we know where the stopping point is. So it's not just a faucet that gets turned on and then, well, all of these things need funded. We need to have data points and parameters around where we have to start saying we can't fund that, but you know what? Maybe Wheatridge can, maybe Arvada can, maybe Littleton can. We need to start talking to our neighbors in that way because it can't fall all to Lakewood. And as far as property taxes go, I think Lakewood did give a little bit of a break on property taxes, but I know that the taxes have risen significantly, and I don't have it.
Can I answer that question too? So
you can follow up after we're done here.
All right, not quite sure how to follow that. I was at the meeting where the budget was discussed and we put back on the mill levy and that was shut down. And I think that's really unfortunate. Again, are we dealing with a tone deaf situation here? Are we not recognizing that we're hurting people and we're not being proactive to fix the problem? I certainly do not have all the insights on the budget and things that could be improved upon, but I know there are things that are, to me, not putting our dollars where we should. And we need to really look at this issue. But for instance, in that meeting, there was an $800,000 RTD neon sign that was proposed to put on the bridge near the train station. There was pushback, and then it was tabled for further investigation to determine whether we were going to fund it. Originally, RTD was supposed to fund it. They are not. Now I understand that the city's moving forward with that. I'm sorry, but I don't think $800,000 for a neon light that will probably break from the vibrations of the train and will need to be maintained is a good place to put our money right now. And again, I certainly recognize the fact that passing a budget for a city is a difficult process, but I think we definitely need more community involvement and input. I have yet to run into one person that thinks that sign is a good idea. So again, I respect people's efforts that they put into the budget process. I know it's difficult and lengthy and arduous, but we need to use some common sense with some of these things and make sure that we're addressing the needs of the community with that money and not spending it on frivolous things.
Okay, we're gonna allow
All right, I think talking about myself is not my strong suit. I don't have a big ego and this is not my passion, but I do believe that my energy, and as you noticed, I fidgeted constantly up here. I have a lot of energy, I have a lot of passion. I believe that this community is a good one and we can make it better, but we need to, again, think out of the box and start planning for the future and start recognizing that we've got some significant challenges that we cannot continue with business as usual in Lakewood. Rubber stamping developments of apartment complexes is not going to get us anywhere. And it is definitely continuing to frustrate citizens. I have not met one person that said, I want another apartment building. I tell them about Belmar Park and they're shocked, they're angry, and they're frustrated. That needs to change. Again, I mentioned I've just been walking neighborhoods and talking to people, and I'm running pretty much the most grassroots campaign you can run. I don't have funding for flyers and phone calls and things like that, and that's not the way I've approached this from the beginning. And as I said, I've had a lot of people step up and say, and I didn't know them a couple weeks ago, but they've been stepping up and helping me and trying to get the word out about what I'm focused on. And again, that's sustainability, that's community involvement, that's transparency in government. I'm not endorsed by anyone. I've never had a conversation with anyone that has endorsed my opponent. That's a little curious process to me. If the shoe was on the other foot, I'd want to have a conversation with both candidates before I endorse someone. So I am kind of the outlier here, the dark horse. I don't think people expected anyone else to run, but I think it's necessary. And again, my passion is because I'm a frustrated, disenfranchised voter. I care about this community, I care about the environment, I care about our green spaces, and I care about helping future generations have the opportunity to continue to live in Lakewood and prosper. And right now that's looking a little bit more challenging than it probably ever has before. I think the Youth Coalition idea, and getting people involved from the beginning at a younger age is very important. And I hope you will support me in this effort.
And Jenny, you have to wrap it all up.
I have to wrap it all up. I love Lakewood. I've lived in Lakewood for a long time. I have worked within the processes of Lakewood for the last several years. I have a lot of endorsements because I have a lot of relationships. And I have people that trust me and know that I have the best interest of Lakewood in mind. Campaigning is not my favorite process, I will tell you now. This is hard. But it's worth it. I think the only way that we move forward as a city and take on any of the topics that we have discussed today and for the course of the last however many years is by partnering with each other, by continuing a dialogue, by demanding transparency and change in policy, and by working together. If we do not work together, this doesn't work, and that's kind of where we're finding ourselves right now. So I would ask for your vote and your support, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll stay a little bit afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you both for being so candid, being so open, and letting us get all up in your business today. Thank you all for staying. This was a long forum. So Jacob's going to have some closing remarks.